In this presentation, you will hear journal entries written by me about my experience here in the purest form. I've chosen people who I see myself in, to represent me as I was in each year of high school. They are me, and I am them. I ask you to come along with me on this journey as we go through some of the most critical points in my high school career.
I'm laying down in bed right now, thinking way too much. Tonight I finish packing all my bags for boarding school, and tomorrow I'm off to Massachusetts. I don't know how to feel or what to expect. Y Foundation has been preparing me for this experience since the summer going into 8th grade. Yet I still feel the tension. I'm not worried about the academics. I know I will persevere. But I'm worried about me and who will I become? Everybody has been telling me this opportunity will set me up for success later in life. What do they know? I know myself the best. At least that's what I tell myself. I just don't know if I'm ready to leave my old life behind. It's going to be tough living 9 months out of the year without my family. But I promise, every break, every long weekend I have, I will come back to Jersey to see everyone. My friends still don't think I should go, but I guess it's too late now to change my mind. I might as well take the best of this boarding school experience and take full advantage of this opportunity. It's 1 a.m. now. I should definitely get to sleep so I have patience to help my sister with the directions tomorrow. Until next time.
Dear Journal, I can't believe that I already completed my freshman year at Chapel Hill. Yesterday was the graduation for the class of 2016, and I can't stop thinking about it. It was something about seeing the seniors walk across the stage, so brave and confident, that made me wonder if I would ever look like that my senior year. Nelson and Stephanie, both in the same program as me, had walked across the stage too. When I saw them receive their diploma, I could feel the anxiousness in my body. I didn't want them to leave because the White Foundation means family, but in a way, seeing them graduate gave me hope. If they made it through 4 years of boarding school, so could I. I never got the chance to tell them this because it seemed like such a freshman thing to do, but actually, I looked up to them as role models. I saw the impact and legacy they left behind, and I knew I wanted to do the same thing my senior year. I knew Nelson before I came here, but I really got to know him during preseason and in the dorm. I remember when he came up to me during practice and asked me, how was I doing? Because I'm pretty sure I looked terrified on the soccer field. I also got to know Ethan, Xavier, and Kevin during preseason. They're goofballs just like me, so we instantly connected. I knew that these were people I'd become close to, so I made sure not to overstep my boundaries too much as a freshman. But when I became more comfortable with them throughout the year, I stopped worrying about if they thought I was cool or not, because if I wasn't, they would have stopped talking to me by now. So I knew I was cool. The only other freshman in the dorm they talked to was Joshua, so I knew we were exceptions. Overall, freshman year was too easy. I think I got the hang of this high school thing. I made friends quickly, got all A's in my classes, and didn't get homesick nearly as much as I thought I would. It got to the point that I would watch Netflix and goof off during study hall, because I would finish my homework in like 30 minutes. What else was I supposed to do for the next hour? I actually hope sophomore year is a challenge, but in a good way, because I came here to be challenged. Anyways, it's getting dark out, and I can barely see what I'm writing anymore. Until next time.
Dear Journal, I know I said I wanted to be challenged my sophomore year, but I didn't realize it would be this hard. I've been putting off writing this journal for the past 2 weeks because I have no idea where to begin or how I should approach everything I felt this past year. but I know I have to start somewhere, because if I don't, I'll just bottle it up inside. I have to face the fact that as a student of color, I am different. I naturally stand out from the rest. And that being a student of color comes with expectations. The expectation to always be your best, even on your worst days. The expectation to be an example for other students. The expectation to be a powerful leader on campus. And the assumption that your leadership means you will do everything asked of you, no questions asked. I didn't know that my skin color could carry so much weight. I started to feel like I was obligated to do things for the school, even if it didn't make me happy. I started to wonder if anyone else came to the realizations I did. I wanted to ask a teacher, but I didn't know how to approach everything I was feeling about talking race to someone who cannot culturally understand my experience. I didn't want to make it seem like I was unappreciative of the sporting school experience, so I didn't reach out, but I was still hurting. It felt like my existence on this campus served one purpose: to be a model representative for the school and the Black community. The pressure to live up to this expectation weighed on me, and I began to wonder what would happen if I didn't fulfill the expectations, both from my program and the school like I was supposed to. Would I still be of value to the community? Is my worth determined by what I do for the school? It started to feel that way. I know if I stopped living up to the expectations, it would reflect poorly, not only on myself, but also on my program and other students of color that would come after me. My tuition is covered by the school, and I know that I can't miss this opportunity yet, because what do I have to fall back on? I didn't have the kind of money that would catch me if I mess up here, so I decided to move forward and isolate myself, and not draw attention to myself and my experience, because that's what I do when I face adversity. I keep going. At least I'll have myself to rely on, because it's starting to seem like that's all I have. I feel like talking about my experience is a burden to others when it shouldn't be. I feel like no one is taking a second to think about the pressure or emotional struggle students of color face on a daily basis, besides the students of color themselves. But why though? Because I've seen other teachers cater to the white students' problems. But what about me? Are my feelings invisible? I admit it. I'm not the best at asking for help. But how can I ask for help if I don't even understand the things that I'm feeling right now? I have not publicly been able to confront everything I have been experiencing and feeling. Hopefully one day I will build that confidence. But for now, this journal is my only outlet.
Dear Journal, NHS, Residential Assistant, President, SOCA, Relay for Life, Calvary, Basketball, Soccer, and Lacrosse. Why did I think it was a good idea to overload my commitments? I'm starting to feel burnt out and overworked. It's like I have no room to breathe, no place to be myself. Even in the dorm, which is basically my home, I have to keep up an appearance. The amount of times this year alone that I've heard, "You shouldn't be doing that. You're the president. You're an NHS and you're an RA. Be the example," is astounding. Is that all I am? I just can't be myself at my natural state without any restrictions? It's like I have to be presentable all the time for the sake of my community. I can't take it anymore. But I guess that's what I signed up for when I took on so many leadership roles. I wonder if the students of color before my time felt this same way. Was it always like this? It would be comforting to know that we weren't alone. As president this year, one of my goals was to create change. But from my failed attempts, I've learned that as a community, we don't cope well with change. If the only purpose of student government was to plan events for the community, what was the point? I want Student Gov to take on more meaningful work and make a difference on this campus. But how can I do that if all my proposals have been shut down? I'm receiving a lot of pressure to run for president again, but it makes me wonder, do they really want me to be president again? Or do they just want a Black president because it would be in the school's best interest? Either way, I know that if I run again, I won't be as happy as I would be if I led SOCA. Because in SOCA, I will be able to get my thoughts out on these journal entries and talk about my experience with people who want to listen. People who are passionate about activism and who can relate to the struggles I face every day. I didn't have the chance to express everything I was going through my sophomore year because SOCA didn't meet frequently. But I feel like it is my duty to revive SOCA next year and give the opportunity I wish I had to current and future students of color. I need to show them that they aren't alone and that everything they are feeling is valid. Their presence matters on this campus. I want to tell them everything I needed to hear when I was in their position. And hopefully, they will be braver than I am and actually start a conversation about our experiences before it's too late. For the first time in a while, I'm choosing myself. Because if I don't, who will?
A part of me feared I wouldn't make it this far. But here I am, the day before my senior presentation. A part of me still doesn't want to share these journeys with everyone, because I have a hard time opening up. But this senior presentation is more than just me. It's for all the students, regardless of race, who can relate to the things I will say. It's for my friends, both those who graduated and the ones who are still attending the school, who have been silent about their experience. It's for the teachers who may have noticed the same things I did, but didn't know how to approach me and talk about it. It's to leave my mark on this campus. It's to leave my mark on this campus, to create change and raise awareness about topics we don't discuss enough. If I have to swallow my pride and allow myself to be vulnerable for 10 minutes, then so be it. Because I can't leave this school or find closure without addressing everything I have noticed over the years, but then I have the courage to give a voice to. But it's time. I don't want people to think my time here was terrible, because it wasn't. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't come to Chapel Hill. No matter what, this will always be a place that I call home. It's no coincidence that Chapel Hill was the only boarding school on my list that accepted me with a completed admissions package. Chapel Hill needed me just as much as I needed them. After I complete my senior presentation tomorrow, there will only be 106 days until graduation. I still can't wrap my head around the fact that I will be leaving this place forever, but I can feel it's almost time for me to move on. This year by far though, I have felt more in touch with myself than any other year. I took a personal year to reconnect with myself because I realized that I had been given so much for so long with nothing in return. I got caught up and I forgot how to check in with myself. Looking out for myself meant that I stopped catering to the needs of the school and put my priorities first. It meant reviving SOCA with Joshua and bringing it to the forefront of the school so that people know we are pushing for change. I allowed myself to make up for lost time and spent doing things I actually enjoy, like managing volleyball and making memories with my friends. I actually feel like myself this year. Just Malachi, no strings attached. It's gonna be hard reading this out loud tomorrow to the whole community, but I know I can get through it. I have to. This will be my legacy. After I'm done, at least I know that when I walk across that stage in June and receive my diploma, I can say that I made it and that I left nothing about my experience go untold. I was the one who finally broke the barrier, broke the silence, and forced people to listen to my story, our story, allowed them to enter my world and feel all the pain, the confusion, the regrets, the failures, and the pressure I had to cope with. Because I can't leave this campus feeling like I didn't do enough. I can't leave knowing that there are students dying to speak out, but don't know how. That's why I'm using my influence and my reputation at the school to reach out and hopefully shift the culture of the school so that students of color who come after me don't have to face the same struggles I did. Shift the culture so that all students feel supported and safe to speak up about what they are going through. Shift the culture so that no student goes overlooked, regardless of their skin color, academic achievement, or involvement in the community. Then I can leave, knowing that I made the right choice to voice my experience. Because what's the point of having a voice if you're gonna stay silent in the moments when it's needed the most? And now for my thank yous. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my senior presentation advisor, Ms. Rosen. You have stuck with my side since you were my advisor sophomore year, and I'm eternally grateful that I got to share this experience with you. Thank you for everything that you have done for me and continue to do for me. Next, I'd like to thank all my teachers that I've had throughout my time at Chapel Hill. You guys have taught me more than I can ever ask for. I will forever value the relationships I have created with you guys, and I will hold on to all the life lessons you each have taught me. Thank you for forcing me to step outside of my comfort zone and pushing me to be the best student I can be. Next, I'd like to thank the Worcester boys and the Harrington girls, you guys know who you are, for making my boarding life memorable. This is your school now, and it is up to you what you do with it and how you want to leave it. Remember all the lessons I taught you on how to navigate this place. Don't lose sight of your goals or your purpose on this campus, and if you ever feel like you are, I will always be a phone call away. Emma, Candace, and Jordan, you guys have been down with me since freshman year. You guys never failed to put a smile on my face, and I consider you guys my family. I wish you guys the best as we go our separate ways, but don't forget to keep in touch. To my friends who graduated, Ethan, Shemaya, Danny, Kyle, and Angela. You guys have taught me so much over the years and have been role models to me. I know you guys will be proud of me with what I've done, what I did with my senior press. Just know you guys inspired me to speak up, but I will never forget the roles you guys played in my high school experience. This is Randy and Micah. I don't think you guys were expecting this, but yeah. I got super close to you guys last year, and I'm so thankful I did. I've created some of the best memories that I will never forget with you guys. You both became one of my closest friends here, and I wish you guys all the happiness in the world. You deserve it. Joshua, I don't know where to begin. It feels like giving you this thank you means goodbye, but I know that this isn't the end of our journey. You have seen me at my lowest and highest points, yet you still stuck with me. I never had to question your loyalty, which was hard, because you know I have trust issues. I wouldn't have wanted to share these 4 years with anyone else. You're gonna go far places in life, and I know it. You're a true creative. Just know I'll be there every step of the way, rooting you on as you take these next steps in your life. To my sisters, I love you guys so much. Thank you for helping mommy raise me and stepping up when you guys were just teenagers. Even though I'm your little brother, I will always be overly protective of you guys. Thank you from everything. To my cousins, I'm just gonna win this one because I didn't know you guys were coming. But you guys, we grew up together. You've seen me. I've seen you through every stage of my life. You guys have been me. I don't recall a time where I wasn't with you guys growing up. You guys mean so much to me. And you guys are my rocks. Mom, I know that I haven't been as vocal as I could have been with you about my time here, but I didn't want to worry you. Everything I've done here is to make you proud, because you had a vision for me and I'm sticking to it. I know I don't call enough or even spontaneously say I love you enough, but I'm always thinking of you. Thank you for bringing me into this life and constantly reminding me that I can do anything I put my mind to. I love you more than life itself.